Visionaries, welcome back. Just coming back to you with a quick update. Wanted to share with you my Etsy experience. So, for those who follow my Merch by Amazon videos, entrepreneurship, POD related videos, just want to come to you because I talked about it a little bit in my Printful versus Printify review. So, my Etsy store, I started it in October of 2018. It was open for about 4 months through the holiday season through Q4, and I decided to close it for a couple of reasons. When I first signed up for Etsy, had my shop open less than 48 hours for a couple of days, was getting good traction, people coming in looking at the items that I had up there. I probably uploaded like 20 t-shirt designs initially. And so everything was going just fine. At that time, it was close to Halloween, I believe. So I was doing a Halloween promotion at that time. And so when I started, it was probably early October. So we had a few weeks leading up to the Halloween holiday. So when I finalized my store, put up the promotion that I was going to run, all of a sudden my store was closed. I got a message that I couldn't log in. My store was closed. It was shut down for some reason. So I quickly contacted customer service, let them know. Obviously, all of the designs on there was my original artwork and things of that nature, and trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And so the only explanation, long story short, I was sending frantic emails to customer service a couple of times that day, because I'm like, my promotion is supposed to start today and end on Monday, so it was over the weekend, Friday throughout the weekend, and so I'm kind of like, is my store going to be back up, or else I'll have to pull the ads or try to pull the ads, because I couldn't really access too much of the account, if anything, because it was suspended or closed or whatever it was at that time. So I got a response back. I think I talked to someone over the phone, because I got an email that someone would call me or contact me some kind of way. And then I was able to talk to someone by phone, and they basically said, oh, it was a glitch in our system. We have, automatic checks on the back end to make sure accounts are legit, and if they're less than 30 days old or something like that. They were saying that they have, a stringent review policy of things, but it wasn't anything that I did on my end. I guess something flagged it. Maybe I was having too much activity or traffic going to my store because it was new. I have no idea what it was, but they quickly, and when I say quickly, within 2 to 3 hours, it was that process occurred, and then my store was back up that same day. But that left a bad impression on me from the beginning, kind of like my store, my success depends on, what Etsy wants to do that day with my store, and that didn't sit very well with me, because I'm want as much control as I can have. But if you're on a POD or a site that you don't own, then that's just the way of things. So that wasn't a good first impression for Etsy there. The main reason why I closed my store was the fulfillment issues with Printful, and I talked a little bit about that in a prior video, and so I'll link to it probably up in the cards, but down below as well. It's in my Venus entrepreneurship playlist, so if you haven't seen that, take a look at that. But the whole situation with Printful, that I won't go into too much detail, because I went into that, in the other video, but generally it was very worrisome, because a lot of the times in Q4 you're around some sort of holiday, whether it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas holiday, and I had a lot of shirts around that. Even the general shirts, the evergreen shirts that I had, people want to have them by one of those holidays, preferably Christmas holiday, because they were gifts for others. And so the timeline in which Printful would fulfill things, and that whole first that first order snafu that they had that delayed it almost a week and all of that. So going off of that, I was trying to kind of build trust back in the system, but the length of time that they take to fulfill and print, and once they print and ship, I had a couple instances that I didn't get into in that video where it was around the holidays again. The shirts shipped, but then the tracking numbers didn't say anything, so it would have gotten shipped out on a Tuesday. I get a confirmation that it's shipped out to my customer, and then by Wednesday, Thursday, I'm trying to see an update and tracking information. Nothing ever came through, so I'm like, okay, is this person gonna get it by Christmas? Like, they ordered it like 8 days in advance. It's this Tuesday, and then next week is the holiday, so are they going to get it? So by Thursday, Friday, you're kind of like, I still don't know if they're going to. And then, of course, they're, planning for the holidays, planning for the shirt to get to them, and so they're sending me messages, inboxing me on Etsy, like, what's up with this? I've gotten a confirmation number, but I don't see anything. So at that point, Printful, I reached out to Printful, and they were kind of like, it's out of our hands, and sometimes the tracking information doesn't get updated, but it definitely got sent out. And I'm like, how do you know that it actually got sent? It labeled and sent, but then it didn't have an update to say that the post office received it or anything like that. So it was kind of like, okay. But I was able to kind of talk with customer service, and like I was saying in the other video, that they granted me the one-time rush order early on, but that was something that was their issue because they were out of stock in an item, in a style of shirt, and didn't, put it on the alternative that I designated. And so it was kind of like their fault that they had to rush it out, but they granted me my one time. So this time I was kind of like, well, if you don't know where the shirt is, if it's lost, if it's not sent out, if you can't figure out where it's en route to, if it even is, can you send out another shirt or whatever? And so the person was accommodating. They're always accommodating, but it's kind of like, why does it always have to be these worst case scenarios, considering I've only had about 10, 15 sales over Q4, and each time is some issue, either with the type of style of shirt not being in stock and the alternative not getting printed in a timely fashion, or the shirt getting printed but then it's lost en route, or something else. So overall, I just couldn't deal with it. And then the other thing was sizing on one of the shirts, so it was delayed in getting to my customer, and on top of that, when she got it, it was the wrong size. So she ordered a 2X, and the 2X didn't fit her, nor did it fit one of her younger children. So I don't know what was up with the sizing of that. So those things, starting out when you're trying to have a decent experience to continue through this, and it's based on the success of and quality of the product that your customer receives, and it's kind of out of your hands about how quick they'll receive it and the quality of it, if it's the right size, fit, print, whatever. It was kind of just too much for me. So I took a break on that and closed my store probably January. Now I have reopened the store, one of the mistakes that I made was actually deleting my store. You have the option to kind of suspend it or put your store on vacation type of thing, or close it all the way, and I closed it all the way. So I had to go through the whole rigmarole of reopening it with the new, email and payment information and the tax ID and all that kind of stuff. So that was not fun to reopen it, but I'm going to try it again, and this time utilizing Printify. So I'll let you guys know. I just reopened it maybe a couple weeks ago. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But if you have any questions about Etsy, my process, what was going on with that, the Printful Printify integration. I have the video on that, but other questions, please do let me know. And definitely like and subscribe to the channel. I thank all of the wonderful folks that have subscribed thus far. You guys are great. And then for those that have been on my planet for years and years, you know about the subscribe pillow, so I'm whipping that back out again so that you guys can share this and we can continue to grow our planet. So with that, until next time, be well and peace, family.